Yeah, the main difference with attribute for us was that we really have full flexibility in basically building whatever we need, combined with, I think, the great customer service basically that you guys offer. As a result, I'd say simply we have much more steering capabilities, especially in the lead generation steering. We were largely blind before, and I feel like we have a lot more control now to actually predict the performance of a lead generation campaign early on, thanks to the reports that we have in attribute. I am the director of revenue at PERGOLUX, meaning that I oversee on the global side of the company e-commerce, performance marketing, and sales operations. PERGOLUX is an e-commerce brand that sells premium pergolas, so terrace roofings worldwide pretty much. I would say we didn't really have a proper setup. We were using in part other tools that we never set up properly is probably part of the truth. The other part of the truth is also that maybe it wasn't flexible enough to handle our use case necessarily. Internally, we didn't really have any BI capabilities, so it was not the best position to start from, I'd say. As a result of that, we were pretty much blind in a lot of areas. So when performance was not meeting expectations, then the question is, of course, why is that the case? And when you then don't have the data available, then it becomes quite painful and a lot of guesswork. So that's wasn't always easy. I think it was in parts a priority issue and in parts also maybe just a certain impression like the other tool wouldn't be able to handle certain things that we needed it to do. Yeah, the main difference with attribute for us was that we really have full flexibility in basically building whatever we need, combined with, I think, the great customer service basically that you guys offer. So that flexibility was really, really nice for us because we have a bit of a special use case in terms of a special situation, let's say, in terms of e-commerce, given our long buyer journey. There are in parts different reports maybe that we need than most other e-commerce brands. And so that flexibility was really key. As a result, I'd say simply we have much more steering capabilities, especially in the lead generation steering. We were largely blind before, and I feel like we have a lot more control now to actually predict the performance of a lead generation campaign early on, thanks to the reports that we have in attribute. Yeah, so our marketing setup revolves around the lead generation approach to a large extent. And this lead generation we have now pretty clearly mapped in attribute regarding cost per leads that we're seeing, but then also expected lead quality based on historic values. And that allows us much more accurately to steer for a certain target cost per lead and hit ultimately our ROAS targets. Yeah, so I think there's many different things from just very basic performance understanding, but very granular basic performance understanding of our marketing campaigns to lead generation being covered really in detail. That really helped us a lot. But generally, I think there were dozens, if not hundreds, requests that we sent over and that we got resolved. Some of those obviously larger, some smaller. But I guess especially this lead generation performance use case is quite helpful for us. I'd say it's two things mostly. Probably one is the flexibility to really build whatever you need, and that is then paired, I guess, with the great customer service, meaning when we have a concern regarding the data or when we need a report or something like that, there is a very constructive mindset on the other side regarding getting that executed. I would recommend attribute to companies that do not have their own internal BI setup. Companies that maybe have some special circumstances, let's say, in their business model or in their buyer journey, or in their channel mix, for example, where they feel like other tools would maybe not be able to handle this.